All right. Well, good afternoon. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am with you for a minute or two. We'll see what happens. As you can tell, I still haven't figured out all of the bugs. I got a few things going, but I haven't got all the bugs together yet. And no, I didn't. I just didn't go over. I didn't want to bother anybody, so I didn't go get the power cord for this. Once I go get the power cord for this, then I'll be back to normal. But you still got to make it work, whether everything is the way it's supposed to be or not. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. And again, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. 513-717-KING. That's 513-717-5464. That is the number to get on board. Preston, good afternoon. He's representing Avondale. Myosha in the house. Wants to know if she gets the Zen music, as she calls it. They didn't play the music. Tessie in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Erica, representing Reading. Good afternoon. Hold on, let me see. Are we here? Here. Hold on, something's going on. There. Okay, that's not streaming for whatever reason. Good afternoon. Hold on. They coming in kind of fast now. Good afternoon, Candy D, representing Coleraine Township. Crystal in the house, representing the Christ Hospital. Got Drea in the house, representing Sycamore Township. I see Vincent Jones in the house. Vincent's representing Blue Ash. Daryl in the house. Good afternoon, Daryl. Good afternoon. He's representing Forest Park, Venezuela, he says. Good afternoon. Dwayne in the house. Dwayne represents Mount Airy. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Come on in. Say hello to me. I appreciate y'all as I work through these trying times of these technical challenges. Latanya in the house, representing North College Hill and the Urban League. North College Hill and the Urban League. In your face. I'm not even sure what that meant. But thank you for checking out the show, Latanya. Brian in the house. Good afternoon, Brian. Good afternoon. Look, there is nothing better than a nice cup of ice water. I could drink ice water all day. Ronald in the house, representing Taft, class of 89. Sean in the house, representing ATL, Atlanta. And I take his word for it. He says he's not gay. I'm sorry, every time I see a brother from Atlanta, it's not fair, but this brother say he not, so I take his word for it. Steban in the house, representing Westwood. Sea Breeze in the house, representing Wakanda. I'm not sure what that means. Chelsea in the house. Hola, Chelsea. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining the show. Janice, my favorite in the house. Good afternoon, Janice. We got Lewis Talbot in the house, representing Sharonville. Pamela in the house. Pamela, representing North Avondale. Myosha says ice water is the best. And when you're done with your water, you can chew the ice. That's very true, even though they tell me that's not good for your teeth. But man, I'm almost 60 years old. I get to say that. Well, I'm closer to 50 than I am to 60. But somebody said I was almost 60, so I'm just accepting it. I'm almost 60 years old. I got teeth now. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? We'll see what happens. But yeah, they tell me that chewing ice is not good for your teeth. So how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. Of course, the news I haven't had much opportunity to watch news today. Yesterday, y'all don't know, but I'll be busy on Tuesdays doing stuff. Today, at work, I was doing some more converting old media into digital media, and this was music. So I couldn't even listen to the different shows and stuff that come on, I had to listen to the music because they were like literal records. So I had a turntable, put the needle down. You know, you hear the little crackling. That was terrible crackling. But you hear the little crackling, and then the music starts, and you have to listen. Because at one point, the record skipped. And I was like, did that just skip? So I had to go back and re-record a particular song. So you have to, when I'm doing that, I don't have opportunity to do anything else except for listen and really pay attention, which is what I did. Let's see. Landon is nice, isn't it? When I'm up there doing, I don't really get much opportunity to see a lot of Landon. I mean, the neighborhood that I'm in is a really nice neighborhood. So, sure. Oh, let's see. Daryl in the house. Daryl says, let's talk about the Sonia Massey blatant murder. I did not watch the video, okay? I did not watch the video. I don't know why. I will eventually, but my spirit was not in the right place to watch somebody get executed. Just my spirit was not in the right place to watch it. I will take everybody's word for it that the officer was wrong and it was unnecessary. I'll take everybody's word for it. So I can't really say much about the shooting itself. And again, I know, I'm kind of in media, sort of, if you consider this being in media. I'm in media the same way everybody else can be in media. You just get a camera and you go on live and you talk. Everybody can do this. So, not special. But I just, for real, my spirit just wouldn't let me watch it. And I pulled it up. I think it was in one of the groups, the Friends of the Buzz, or I saw it actually a few different places, but I think I saw it there. And I was about to watch it, and I said, no, not going to watch that. Not right now. Just my spirit wouldn't let me do it. So, I didn't do it. But I will say, I was listening to Wyatt on the way in. And I heard Drop Squad 52 say some of the most ridiculous stuff. And again, having not watched it, just having listened to everybody, he said this was a suicide by cop. And it vexed me. It vexed me that there are people who, just happen to classify themselves as not Democrat. There are people who will find any way to kind of justify something bad happening to black people. Any way to justify it. And I was so disturbed by that. And again, I haven't watched it. But just my instincts. I'm just going on instincts. My instincts tell me that comment was like super out of line. And I don't know, man. I don't understand. For real, I genuinely don't understand. And if somebody could explain it to me, I probably still wouldn't understand. But I don't understand the people, in particular the black people, who don't seem to like black people. I don't understand them. I just don't. If you can come up with any excuse to make anything that anybody do to black people somehow okay, that seems problematic to me. I just don't get it. I really don't. Preston says, I don't think his political views have anything to do with his comments today. They did. He tied them in. See, that's just it. People miss stuff. He tied in what he said to his political views. So they do have something to do with it. How you tie that in, I don't know, but he did. He said it's all political. And the political people trying to bump this up to another level when really all it was a suicide by cop. So he said it. He said, I didn't, he said it. And somehow a lot of this stuff I don't know, man. I get bothered. And I know I shouldn't get as bothered as I get. But there's a part of me that no matter what Preston, I would like to think no matter what your political beliefs are, you can still, respect a tragic situation for being a tragic situation and not always try to find a way that the black person in a situation is wrong. But that don't always seem to be the case. And somehow it does seem to tie into people with those particular political beliefs. I don't see a lot of people who identify as Democrat. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I don't see them out there heavily trying to push an anti-black agenda. I'm talking specifically about black people. I don't hear a lot of black Democrats trying to push an anti-black agenda. But I hear that with a lot of black people who specifically go out of their way to identify as something other than Democrat. I don't know, it makes me sad. It saddens me. It really does. It really does. But with regard to that, and again, because I was listening to Wyatt, and look, I'm one of these people that if I'm talking about you, I say your name. If I'm specifically talking about you, I say your name. So I'm saying that to say two things. One, I'm going to say something about something that Wyatt said. But number two, a lot of times I'm talking and people be like, oh, he talking about so-and-so. Oh, he talking about so-and-so. Oh, so-and-so just said that, so he must be talking about them. No, if I'm talking about them specifically, I will say their name. So just because I heard somebody say something and it sounded like something you just said, you might have just said that exact same thing. Maybe I didn't hear you say it. So I'm talking about something else that I heard, okay? But if I put your name on it, I heard you say it, and so I'm talking about what you said. I heard Wyatt was suggesting that maybe people should be just as upset when just regular run-of-the-mill people, in particular males, shoot and kill black women and domestic violence and things like that. And people should be upset about that. Yeah, I'm a big advocate against domestic violence. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm anti-domestic violence. I'm anti-domestic violence. Hold on, Ron says, what is an anti-black agenda? Somebody remind me that he said that, and I'll respond to it when I finish saying what I have to say about what Wyatt said. But I am against domestic violence quite heavily. On both sides, men and women. I don't think people should hit people. I don't think people should abuse people mentally, emotionally, physically, any of that kind of stuff, okay? But this is different. This is different. And I hear other people say this all the time. Like, oh, but y'all so worried about, this ain't what Wyatt said, but this is what I hear other people say. Y'all so worried about what the police did, and police killed this person, and oh, y'all go riot in the street. But Pookie can kill Ray Ray, and y'all don't say nothing. Because we, the people, haven't empowered Pookie with powers to go out and kill Ray Ray. Pookie didn't put his hand on a Bible or whatever, or even just raise his hand, or even not raise his hand. Pookie didn't take an oath to uphold the law. If Pookie get caught, Pookie probably gonna face some consequences. The system itself is not going to rally around Pookie and make it okay. Pookie ain't getting paid by my tax dollars to kill Ray Ray. If Ray Ray busts in my house talking about I want to look around, and I don't want him to, Ray Ray just busts in and do it, I did not, as a citizen of the United States, empower Pookie to do that. See, we pretend like we don't understand the difference. But the difference is so evident, I don't understand how anyone cannot understand it. Look, law enforcement in America, I don't know about all around the rest of the world, because I can't really say. My guess is, because I do watch audits and stuff, some of them from around the world, and it seems to me the police are the same no matter where you go. But I know here in America, law enforcement officials, police officers, and things of that nature are special citizens here, endowed with special rights. Now, there should be some special responsibilities that come with those rights, but that's not always the case. It's not always the case. So, when you give someone a license to kill, oh, James Bond thing popped into my head. You give someone a license to kill, but you put parameters on that. And you say you got a right to kill under these circumstances. And they take that and twist those circumstances and they just kill whenever they want to kill. However they want to kill, just because they want to kill. That's not okay. And as citizens, we should be exceptionally outraged. More so than Pookie killing Ray Ray. Because all the stuff I said before. We gave him the uniform, the badge, the authority to do it. With the understanding that you will only do it in the rarest of occasions when it's absolutely necessary. And that's why, look, I agree. I know people think I hate police. I don't. But I agree. Police should be able to defend their lives and other people's lives if necessary with deadly force and not be punished for it when necessary. And defending life when necessary. Oh, let me go to the phone. Twin!
What's up, young blood?
How you doing, sir? Hold on, let me see if I got
waiting
you on.
You got me?
I got you.
And waiting to call or get on your ass, Mr. Postman.
Oh, don't get on my ass.
I like your shirt, man. What's that, Black Panther type shirt?
Yes. Just says all power to the people.
Yeah. I saw all power. I ain't see the rest of it.
Yes, all power to the people. That's what it says.
I forgot you still short in your booster seat. I couldn't really see the rest of it.
I am technically in a booster seat, yes.
Crank that soldier boy up so we can see it. Shut up. I'm two-faced. I'm about to get on your ass, shout.
All power to the people. All power to the people.
You said, Emanuel, I should have been more specific yesterday or the other day. When I said about the prophecy. I should have said God said instead of he said, whatever. Just saying.
Not the prophecy again.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead. I'm going to just listen. I'm going to listen. Go ahead.
I should have just said God said instead, but you went out and got up and put your E40 ass bottle in your pants and all that extra stuff. Want to be Apollo at the show. But, I believe in prophecy, man. You can't knock a man.
I believe in prophecy too.
But you just can't You just pissed me off when you started making mockery of God and that extra stuff.
No, I didn't make a mockery of
With the
God.
body, and when you was going off, you closed your eyes talking about the sun is about to set. And when it said like, and some extra stuff you was doing.
Right. That's not making a mockery of God. That's
Yes,
making
you is.
No. That's making a mockery of people who claim to be prophets but don't say anything prophetic.
But when I was telling you and stuff, and anything he said came prophetic, it manifested or whatever. It came into existence.
Look, I'm not sure. I wasn't there. I don't know.
Okay, I understand. But I was telling you and stuff when I had told you about what the bishop did when he prophesied on me and everything. And he can see it. He can see it.
Right.
When I'm telling you, no, Emanuel, no.
Seeing a pop in, I don't care what it is. Seeing a pop in your pocket is not prophetic.
Emmanuel,
Yes.
He did not see it. I'm trying to tell you, man, he's gifted. God gave him a gift of prophecy, man. He prophesied. He do this all the time. God, he's under big time bishop who passed away, Bishop Brazier. God bless his soul. He's under him. He congregates over like 3 or 4 churches. So he's a big time bishop, man. He well known, man. Hey, come here, girl. Get your butt over here. Come here. My fault, E. Get in here. Want up there. Harass. Get your little goofy butt up in here.
Oh.
My fault, you man.
Follow that up with some love, man. Follow that up with some love.
No, man, cause she go bite me later on, probably. But yeah, he got the gift and everything, anointing and everything. Man, he a big time preacher. He well known and everything across the world and everything country and stuff. But to each his own. But Emmanuel, I can say this, man. Real talk. You got a lot of pump faking preachers right now to sell a dollar, just to get a dollar, man. God told me to tell you, 10 of y'all got $1,600 in your pocket. He said, I know you got to give it up. Example, Juanita Bynum. God didn't tell you that, lady. You wanted that. She stood up somebody $1,500, whatever. I say, man, she colder than Reverend Knight and everything. But sometimes people be they thirsty and trying to drain people and they don't really preach the word. They just try to sell advertisement and stuff. But if you don't really get into Bible and preach the word and let me know my lack of knowledge so I can't perish and stuff, let me draw off that. But you ain't just go give me 30-minute consult.
May I ask you a question?
Go ahead, E, man.
What do you think the purpose of the gift of prophecy, if you want to call it that, is for?
There's different gifts. God can give you gifts of playing a piano. He can give you a gift of.
But we're specifically talking about prophecy. Why do you think God gives someone the gift of prophecy?
It's the edification of the mind, of which God gives to you, so you can get an understanding of life.
So how? Wait a minute. So how is knowing that you got pop in your pocket edification to get God in your life?
Let me tell you, it's got to be authentic. You just can't do no crazy evolutionary Houdini type stuff, man.
Okay,
when God
go ahead.
Man, I grew up in a holiness church, and I grew up around a lot of people, and my mama she was a real Jesus freak, man. God was everything. Mm-hmm. And my mama when I was slanging and everything, and my mama would come get me out the trap house, and she knew what I was doing. Come here, boy. You better come to me right now. Like, what? She knew God took, because she knew somebody would have went down, and I would have got killed that day, man. What I was doing in there and everything, hustling and everything real heavy, and people would have probably went behind my back and tried to rob me or set me up some type. But when I got out my other job and went to hustling and everything, I got maybe some money. And then she probably knew. I was like, well, you come over here, and everything. But I knew God sent her there because I probably would have got robbed or killed that day. Okay. The way I was moving and everything. Because anything she said to me, you better start smoking them cigarettes, twin, and stuff. I'm gonna pray to God that you choke off them cigarettes, but don't kill. Within an hour or two, I was choking like crazy, man, and stuff like, Mom, why you do this and stuff? I was choking. I told you stop smoke. I told God don't kill you and everything else, but you want to keep smoking. But I believe in prophecy stuff. Some people I look up and down and everything else because right now, Emmanuel, we got to lean to our own understanding, man. Because people out here, they'll sell you a dream right now to get $1 and everything else. That's why I sit back in the cut and look you up and down type stuff. I'm like, is you real or whatever? And your mood swing and everything else. But you just gotta learn, man. I mean, everybody, it's a hustle right now.
Yes,
right?
it is a hustle, and I'm not saying you were being hustled, okay? I'm not saying that
No. Regardless of people tell you, well, he go get it, he ain't gonna do nothing with your $2 and stuff, but buy a Cadillac. I don't care. Let God deal with him.
Right.
But you let God deal with that situation. I'm not gonna step in. I'm just gonna give my whatever he asks for and keep it moving because I know my blessing.
Right, but twin. All I'm really trying to get you to understand is everything that a preacher say ain't prophecy, okay? And just because, somebody know you.
If God said, if he come out of his mouth and say, God said, whatever, and I know you, and I've been around you, and I study your word, your sermon, whatever, and I've been around you, I know it's real. I don't know you and everything. Hey, today, right now, you know what they doing today, E-Man? They teaching people to go behind the back room and speak in tongues. They teaching people that. You don't do that. When somebody speak in tongues, it's the utterance of God. It's something that he put up in you. If it fall on you, it's going to fall up on you. It's the spirit of God. You don't teach nobody say Hudo Shatani type stuff. You don't teach that, man.
Okay.
You got people today to sell that right now, man.
Okay.
This how you speak in tongues. If you really look at it, if you go to church, you sit back in the cut, that's what they doing today, man.
But
it happened to me. I visited a church in Lincoln Heights. I ain't gonna put them on the map and stuff, put them out there. But I visited a church. I'm like, God told me, he said he was gonna send some men here and everything. Just repeat after me. Who shut on though? No, man, I step back, right? And then old girl all the time, why you don't come out of church no more and stuff. I'm gonna tell you like this. That ministry you have and whatever y'all doing up in there, I didn't like.
But if he would have saw you with a pop in your pocket, you would have said, that's a prophet.
See,
right
there you go on BS, man. You being real now, acting like me.
I'm being real.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Because when he did that was an insult to my intelligence, man. I know God. I've been baptized in Jesus' name, spoken tongues before, and everything. But when you come to me with that mess, and you talking about some repeat after me, who shot out the ELC type stuff, no, that's not God. That's not God in the flesh, man. That's some some crazy stuff you about to take or whatever. I don't know what Houdini or whatever God you speaking to. That's not God. You coming down with these fake tears? Come on, man, with that, man. I don't play about God, man. To each his own and everything. I grew up. I did this, that, and all that. Man, I'm not on your level. I get out your church or whatever, because y'all going to hell for selling these prophet dreams to people, man, just to get $1. And that's what they doing today, man. Okay. Selling dreams to people. But if if my thing is this, we perish because of lack of knowledge, man. Yes. You got to come to your understanding. People believe just because, that Bible, they just put that in there. That's that white man stuff. You worship that white man on your wall. No, I don't worship nobody but God. Whatever. If you pray to God, God give you wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and everything to life, man. Okay. You just can't depend on man and put your faith in man.
You're right.
That's what I was talking about. I mean, that's for each his own, man.
Yes.
Oh, my eye, friend. Hey, Emanuel, last thing before I get out of here. That shooting, man, it's a sad case. It's a sad situation. I don't know if you brought it up or not. I've seen 3-4 clips on it. I'm sorry for her loss or whatever thing go on. The way they do in Illinois, I know how they get down in Illinois. They ain't got no death penalty or none of that. That man I'm going to say it like this. It probably won't happen because of the new generation. What happened to the other guys that killed their, from George Floyd or whatever, he probably get the same treatment. But he won't get life in prison, none of that stuff. But the way I look at it, I hate to say it, but if I was in her situation, I would have dropped that pot or whatever she had in her hand. And there was an intruder, whatever, called. She said somebody, came in the house, extra stuff. But I would have dropped that potty, man. And when she said, the officer said, yes, okay, yeah, whatever. And then she was like, he said, drop the pot or whatever. And then she was like, I'm gonna drop whatever she said. And she said, I'm just playing. He said, I'm gonna shoot you in the head or whatever. And they said, no, he let off on her. But before then, she said, I'm just playing or whatever. Because I'm thinking she just go take the pot off the stove. It seemed like she had some type of illness going on, whatever, not mental, where some type of issue going on with herself. She should have just dropped the pot, man. When you got guns, you should have known from the last Sandy Hook, whoever extra people out here that got shot, lost their life to stupid police officers and everything. She should have dropped the pot, man. Anything. I know how Illinois is. I know how Chicago is. And hey, if they feel like you got a gun on them or whatever, why you reaching for your pocket, man? They go pop you, man. Whatever they go do, beat the brakes off of you or whatever. Just drop it, man. Whatever going on, if you fidgeting for your pocket, you got a gun, what you doing? She should have just dropped the pot or whatever. He was wrong for what he did, but she should have just said, when she said, I'm just playing, people didn't catch the end of it. They want to say, he wrong. Oh, okay, I know he wrong. I don't engage with that police stuff because I never liked them anyway for the stuff they did back then when they killed my uncle on some goofy stuff and everything. But, to each his own. But when she said, I'm just playing and stuff, he said, drop the pot and everything. She said, I'm just playing. She should have just dropped the pot, just get tased or something like that. He dead wrong for what he did. There ain't no wrong, ain't no right for wrong for right, whatever situation, no black and white, racist, none of that. He was dead wrong. He know after he cried and everything what he did. He was dead wrong. He like, man, I messed up my life and stuff. So, man, I don't know him, man. I feel sorry for the lady, her family and everything else, but I would have just dropped the pot, man. That's what I would have did. Just took the damn hot-ass taser to my head instead of getting fucking one to the head, two to the head type stuff. That's what I look at it, man. I mean, to each his own, but the way I look at it, when I saw them 3-4 videos going back, I like, man, she dumb as fuck. I hate to say it, she dumb as hell. I would have dropped that damn pot when he said, and she talking about, I'm just playing, but people didn't look at it like that. Oh, he wrong. He dead wrong. He dead wrong. There wasn't no justification about it. What, man?
A number of people, again, I didn't watch the video.
I don't give a fuck what they say on
Can
that
I
chat.
get it out? Can I get it out?
That's my point of view.
Okay, can I get it
That's
out?
That's my opinion.
Can I get it out?
Preach, man. Preach.
A number of people are saying she never picked up the pot and that maybe you are misreading the whole situation. You didn't actually see what happened.
I got 3 videos. If they go back, if they dumbass go back, I can send it to whoever goof ass in the chat or whatever. It's 3 videos out there. They show 1, then 2, then 3. And shit. When she picked up the goddamn pot, she took it off the stove. And then she put it in her hand and everything, and she whispered, I'm just playing. When he said, put it down. That bitch, if you put it, you put that motherfucker up, I'm gonna shoot you in your goddamn head. And shit, bow, bow. Come on, man, with that goofy shit. If y'all looking at the right video, it's 3 or 4. And when he went outside and shit, he crying at the motherfucking back of the trunk with his tissue and all that, wiping his hand and shit. No, he damn fucked up. His sergeant's like, who else was in there? It was me and Dip shit. Come on, man. If y'all watching the full video, me and Dip shit, what they tell you, man? This motherfucker guilty. And his partner's like, damn, you wrong. Dip shit? I thought your name was Bobby. No, it's Dip shit today, motherfucker. You wrong. You dead wrong. Hey, we can't ride with you, bro. We can't ride with you. See your ass and goddamn it, kumbaya. Because we can't ride with you today, player. You fucked up. Yeah, you fucked up, Stanley. You fucked up big time. Yeah, man. People didn't see that shit, man. They always try to do this and all that. They ain't see the extra shit behind it. When that bitch when she said, I'm just playing, bitch, you playing too much. Stop playing. These guns pointed to your ass. These Glocks ready to unload on your goof ass. And what they is, they thirsty right now, man. They're ready to unload on these motherfuckers.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Emanuel, I'm about to. I've been sending you shit to message. You ain't been responding. Hey man, I'm about to send your ass 3 fucking videos to your message. You like, damn, Gwen finally telling the truth. Oh, he ain't playing no more. Man, I'll send it to you. And
Send
you
it.
go keep
Send
on
it.
rewinding.
Send it to me. If you telling the truth, I will definitely get on here and say Twin was telling the truth. But if you ain't telling the truth, then I'm gonna get on here and say something is wrong with Twin.
I swear to God, on my daughter grave, man. On my daughter grave, she said fact check. She said, I'm just playing. You go catch you like, damn. I would have shot the motherfucker too. Shit. Motherfucker, you got Hal Green hot grease coming at me. You think I'm about to play with some hot water? And you know black folks and all that been scorched in the little infants and back in the day and shit, right? Emanuel from fucking news and shit been scorched in a hot tub, sitting in the hot tub. Come on, man. I mean, right is right, wrong is wrong. You dead wrong. I'm not taking no side because I don't even fuck with the police. Bitch, you call police on me, I'm right. Like, full. Bitch, Kunta Kinte somewhere. Shit. But right is right, wrong is wrong. She dead wrong. I would have took fucking heat. You got fucking 2 guns pointed at me? Shit. I've been fucking pointed at before. Shit, you think I wasn't scared? Shit.
All right.
It's a part of life, man. It's crazy, man. I speak real, man. You
Okay,
wrong, you're wrong.
I can't say one way or the other because I didn't see it.
I'm about to send it to you, man, as soon as I get hold to it again. I'm about to send it because I still got it on my TV. I'm going to send it to my phone. Man, right. you be like, all right, because it was there wrong. He was wrong for what he did and everything, and she was wrong. She should have kneeled down and prayed. While you telling me, oh, I'm just playing. Oh, you playing now when you see 2 guns pointed at you? Now you dead. Come on, man. And you saying it's not justifiable what it was wrong, man, for what he did. He should have tased her ass. He should have tased that. She seemed like she had a problem, some type of issue, man. What was going on?
Twin.
It was an intruder or whatever called. Come on, man.
Twin, I appreciate your call.
All right, man, run for it.
All right. Brent.
What's going on, E-Man?
How you doing?
I'm all right. Goodness, I have to call in here real quick. I'm actually from Springfield, Illinois. Yeah, that's my hometown. Grew up there. Family has lived there. Still got family there. I'm not certain. Maybe Twin is misremembering part of the videos and what's happened, but the lady didn't have the pot of boiling water in her hand when the cop drew on her and said, oh, you better back up. And he was a good 10 feet away. Both cops were. Once they pulled the gun, because they were like, what? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit frustrated here. But essentially, they told her to take the pot of boiling water off of the stove because a pot of boiling water is going to cause a fire, which would be a first, I think, ever. But she goes over there and she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And that's when the dude went from 0 to 100 and drew on her and pulled out his gun. After he pulled out his gun, she had her hands up and said, I'm sorry. Just like with anybody who get a gun pulled out for him, you're going to apologize for stuff you didn't even do. And the pot of water was still on the stove, and pop, pop, pop. At least one of them hit her in the head. She wasn't no bitch. She wasn't crazy. That cop was out of line. Hopefully he will get charged. Well, he's already been charged, but hopefully he will get convicted. And from the reports I've seen, and you can see in his mugshot photo, he has 3 skulls tattooed on his arm. And from what some websites are reporting, haven't confirmed it, but that he was a part of a neo-Nazi organization and has been a part of 6 different local, well, I guess in the area, police departments in the past 4 years. What the hell has this dude been doing to get put off these different police forces and still is able to be in law enforcement, and his credentials were supposed to be suspended. So it's so much more to what's going on there, and hopefully there will be a federal investigation, not only of the Sangamon County, because that was a Sangamon County cop, not a city cop, and those other little cities that he was a part of, they need to be investigated too, because it's just crazy, this whole situation. But I know I've rambled there a little bit, but hopefully
No. You didn't ramble at all. But I think that is a part of the problem. Is, it's just like the priests moving people around from parish to parish, and they abusing people in every parish, and then once they get found out or caught too many times or something, then they move them to another one so they can abuse more people. That's kind of the same thing that has been happening with law enforcement. You are such a dirty cop that they don't fire them. They give you an opportunity to resign and then find you another department where you can go to and do the same thing. And they will move you around until you do something terrible that gets you, no doubt about it, get you booted.
Yeah, and you've seen the different stories throughout the years from Philadelphia, Chicago, St. Louis, and even California, to where through public open request act, where they've gotten all these texts from these cops, and it's just a racist cacophony. And they're going back and forth, not only from the regular rank and file, but all the way up to the supervisors and captains and everything, where they just keep keying and caca about it. But yet none of those officers got fired. And even a couple of years ago, what was the black dude in charge of, I think he's still there, Lloyd, I think is his name, of the military, where he talked about that white nationalism throughout the military service is the biggest issue that's going on. And folks downplayed it, and, the right said, oh, that's not happening and everything, and, gave some faux outrage. But if they were to really go through there and clean out all the racists, there wouldn't be police forces in a lot of areas, because that's the whole damn police force. And my position will always be, I'm going to trust the victim over the cops. Cops are trained to lie. They're trained to manipulate. They've been known to cover their tails left and right. And when you allow them to see video of the incident, body camera video, before they even give a statement, that's insane. But that's all I got. I got to get on back in here. But I just needed to call in and clarify that the whole situation, the cops shouldn't even have to come into our house. They could have confirmed there was no one else out there, but you're in the middle of the night and two cops coerce you to let them in your house. Me as a man, I would be scared, trying not to do anything.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
But yeah. All right, but that's all I got. I'll talk to you later.
All right, Brent. Appreciate the call. CK.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
CK, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Hey, man, I'm glad you're covering this subject, but I'm disappointed. Once again, you did not watch the footage. This happened on the Tiffany Haddish fiasco also. You're going to need the King of Talk to start watching important current events.
Bro, I'm for real. My spirit just would not let me watch somebody die.
No, you're not going to die, sir. You know they're going to protect you. They're not showing that shit no more. You're just going to see the lead up. They're not going to show the murder, sir. They're going to protect you.
It's enough to see the lead up. My spirit just didn't want to watch that. I'll watch it, but I was not in a mind space to see that. Because I mean, look, if you watch and then they freeze one frame before the shot is fired, you still just watched somebody's last seconds of life. And
okay,
I was not. No, I wasn't there mentally to watch that. So that's why I'm saying I haven't watched it. I don't have a take on it from having not watched it. But I can tell you that I understand why people would be upset about this and how this is different than just random street violence. I understand that.
And I just want you to know that this particular homicide, you know, I come from the old Negro days, so I could play by play like the best of them. So when they initially came to the door, the first word she said was, "Don't hurt me, please." That's the first thing she said. So he asked her, "You all right? You okay today?" You know how you be asking people, "How are you?" She said, "I'm okay. I took my meds." So this is the discrepancy where Twin was throwing you off. She did not have the hot water. He saw the hot water getting cooked. She about to make some hot dogs or some baked beans or something. He acknowledged that. He said, "Look, you got some burning over there. You got that." So he told her to get it. When she got it, he said something slick, like, yeah, we wouldn't want no fire. He said, "Yeah, we wouldn't want no fire in here." She replied, "I rebuke you in Jesus' name." He flew off the handle and said, "B word, I'll shoot you in your freaking face." Well, you know, worse, you know, the effing word. And when he said that, she ducked down. She said, "I'm sorry." And then he unloaded. He was expecting his partner to join in. His partner did not want to murder that woman. And after he murdered her, the partner said, "Let me run and get the medical supply." "Oh, no, I hit her with some headshots. She gone. Don't worry about it, E-Man. E-Man, I got her out of here." This is how he's talking. So for Twin to say that he would have killed her, he's telling you he's a murderer. Only a murderer would agree with killing her. He might as well have came back and killed her. He should have just left her and came back and snuck in and killed her. Because that's the type of murderer this dude is, the police officer. No fear or nothing. It's, you know, like one of those comedies you watch when the cops say, "Oh, stuff, you got the gun." It was one of them, E-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them. So she was 100% innocent. You can't just kill people because they're black, E-Man, or because they're a woman. I know you got a lot of insecurities going on inside of you, sir, but you can't just eliminate them. And when you watch it, you're going to see that's why she was saying that he brought the demonic spirit into his house. That's why she was saying, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." As a devil, he was offended.
And the very thought that the people that you called to, and this is if it went down the way you said, and I'm not saying it didn't or it did, I didn't see it yet.
Yes, sir.
But if it went down the way you said, and police show up to your house, and your first thought is, "Don't hurt me," that should be enough for those people who don't understand why people get upset about it. You should not. If you've done nothing wrong, you should not be sitting back worried about the police killing you. And the fact that as a society, and definitely as a community, that's one of the first things that comes in. Like, there's been situations where I'm like, I should call the police. And I'm like, I'm not calling the police. I don't want to end up dead. I don't want that person to end up dead. When it's not something that should be deadly, I don't really deal with police like that, because that's the first thing that enters into my mind. And it's not some media trick that's being played on me. The media done convinced you that the police is this, and the media done convinced you. Telling me what happened is not the media pulling a trick.
Right.
I see it. We see it enough that we don't have to be tricked into fearing for our lives when law enforcement is there. We see the results a lot of times of law enforcement showing up. So, I don't know. My frustration, again, I'll watch it eventually, CK, I will. But my frustration is people trying to, I don't want to say people making excuses for the police, okay? Because I don't necessarily think that that's what it is. But the idea that it's something wrong with us for recognizing that it's something wrong with the law enforcement in America as we know it. I don't understand how this conversation keeps being something is wrong with us when we know what we see.
Yes, I really believe that this is so malice. We're looking at a no out date. We're looking at a life without the possibility with this with the heinousness of it. And you know, with the compassion he showed, I think he showed clear premeditation. Then he showed clear lack of compassion after the murder.
Okay.
Because he asked him, he said, hold on, he about to run outside. Let me go get the medical stuff. Oh, no, don't worry about it, man. I hit it with the headshots, dog. That's how he talking to him. I hit it with the headshots. You ain't no need to go get the medical. The non-killer, he's trying to save her still, even though, you know what I mean, he's seen what happened, but he still wants to go get some medical supplies.
Right.
The killer said, no need to do it. I hit a 3 in the face, you know, so I appreciate you covering this topic, and I do understand because you're a man of God. Some of us can't take that kind of visuals. It's too hard on the heart. We done seen it too many times. We done seen our people getting murdered by law enforcement. You seen what they did to Rodney King? Bust him upside his head with a baseball bat. You've seen it for no reason.
We've seen it not just with black people, with white people. It's not just a black thing. It's a law enforcement thing. It's not even really just a law enforcement thing. It's a power thing. I don't think that we as humans are meant to have power over other humans like that, because we as humans can't seem to handle it.
Nope. We can't handle it like you said. We gonna get all the money. We gonna kill all the people. We gonna have all the vagina. We want it all. We not good with this humbleness. We want it all. Brand new sock and draw. Polo, you know, Walmart, you want it all. Come on now. Just stay humble. Yup. Appreciate you, brother.
All right. Thank you, CK.
Thank you, sir.
All right. That's CK. Again, I didn't see it. I will watch it. But it just, I hear stuff and I'm like, I understand, you know, people process stuff differently. So I'm not, you know, like taking a shot at nobody, but I'm trying to help those people who ain't processing it understand how people are processing it. Should we be mad when we see random street violence? Should we be frustrated by that, irritated by that, angry about that? Yes, we should. But this is a different thing, so it requires a different level. My outrage, a lot of people think my outrage, me addressing my grievances with my government, saying that we don't like the way law enforcement is doing us and treating us, people believe that can make a difference because this is the government. And if I say to the government, who's supposed to be accountable to the people, stop treating us like this, maybe they'll take that into consideration. But if I say to Ray Ray, don't shoot Pookie, Ray Ray don't care. Me marching to get Ray Ray to stop shooting Pookie is probably not going to be effective because Ray Ray and Pookie don't serve, or they're not supposed to serve me as a community. But the police are. And that's why you see demonstrations, because people honestly believe, which I don't know why they honestly believe it, because if it were the case, then we would see this stuff change. But people honestly believe that if a subset of our government sees us not pleased with the way that they treat us, that they'll reevaluate. But if that was the case, they would have already reevaluated. Blade.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
I'm all right. Everything is going good. How's it going with you?
Pretty good, buddy. I dropped the phone here to pick it up.
Okay.
You got caller ID. You got caller ID, so I know you know my real name.
No, my caller ID on here doesn't give me your real name. It just shows the number. Plus, if you give me the ridiculous name Blade, I just call you by what you want to be called by. So I'm not trying to find out who you are.
That's not a ridiculous name, buddy.
Well, it is.
Blade is the black man, the black world hero.
Okay.
And I'm coming out with a new movie, but we gotta make some things go right. But and I noticed you did too. We don't like to say black and black only. We always gotta put some vanilla in it, somehow, some way.
We don't.
And
hold on. Wait. I just want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying because I don't understand what you just said. We don't like to say what?
We don't like to say black and black only. We always got to scoop some vanilla in it. You know,
Okay,
the only one that's gonna say black people is black people. No white people is coming to save you.
But But it's not a black issue.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Blacks
really
are
not.
getting murdered.
Hold on.
Blacks
But
are getting murdered. Who's saving us?
it's not us that are us black people are not the only ones being killed unnecessarily and without justification by law enforcement. It's not just black people. And if people would stop acting like it's just black people, then maybe we would get some more support.
Well, let white people say white people. Blacks need to say blacks. But anyway, I didn't call to talk about. I want to ask you something, and I want to know. I don't know if you honestly gonna answer it because I think you might be one of them. Okay. You know, your girl. I mean, let me put some respect on her name. The vice president came down here to speak, and it was only fraternity only. If you're not in fraternity, you couldn't get in and talk to listen to her speech. I say fraternities are like a cult, and we see they over us, and they give us what they've been fed to try to calm us down, like you're doing about that shooting. And I want to know, is it our fault for listening to the so-called the boule? Because we know they take orders from white people. And I also want to put on there, once she get in there, you know who she going to pick to be her vice president? And after you guess, I want to, or you still going to vote for her? She's going to pick Buttigieg. I think she's going to pick Buttigieg to be her vice president.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think that's what you think. I think that because you said it. I don't know who she's going to pick. With regard to the fraternity sorority thing, I do think fraternity and sororities are just weird little clubs. And I guess, to a large degree, they're harmless. They're exclusionary, but they're harmless. They're childish clubs. But
so you in your own little simple way, you describe a cult.
I don't know. I'm not
Just
describing it as a cult.
department.
It's not a cult. It's not a cult.
Police department, they're a cult.
I think they'd be better maybe described as a gang than a cult.
White supremacy, they're a cult.
Maybe our definitions of a cult are different.
Gangbangers, they're cults. And when you listen and you look at gangbangers, they operate just like the police department.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're a gang.
They're a cult.
Again, we have different definitions of what a cult is, I guess.
Yeah, gang cult, it makes no difference. They always going around destroying anything they come in front of. They steal, they kill, and they destroy.
That's not necessarily true. A lot of cults don't do any of that stuff.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Some cults do it in a nice way.
And some don't do it at all. Some mind their own business and just follow their little cult leader who doesn't encourage them to do anything, stealing or killing. They just do nonsense. So.
I know you want to keep it, humble, but but
Just logical and reasonable. That's it. I'm just trying to keep it logical and reasonable.
yeah, I understand, and that may be the problem. But anyway, yeah, I think we headed down a slippery slope because we jump in and hooray and whatever. I want to see when the other shoe drop when she picked Buttigieg and see are we still gonna.
So I would vote for a Harris Buttigieg, or however you pronounce his name, ticket over Trump. But you're voting for Trump.
No, I didn't say I was voting.
I'm
for
asking.
Trump.
That's
I'm
a
just
question.
saying.
No, that's a question. Are you voting for
I'm
Trump?
I'm not answering that.
Then-
who I vote for?
Then that's probably a
nobody's
yes.
business.
That's probably a yes.
No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
who I vote for is nobody's business.
Except for
So
you're
you
voting for
telling
Trump.
me-
So we know.
You telling me what you think I'm telling you? I
Yes.
just told you.
Yes.
I'm not telling nobody.
Uh,
No,
you-
I'm just saying,
that's
when
fine.
you wave it out-
You don't have to say it out loud. We already figured it out.
When you balance it out, Trump, the vice president is gonna be president. She gonna pick the vice president dude who's married to another dude. I mean, that just it just seems weird, don't you think?
But I don't know that that's gonna happen.
Well, I see it in the future, and I'm no prophet. It's just evidence that that's the way Democrats are going because we know who run the Democrat Party: Zionism and homosexuals.
Okay.
So but Zionism runs the whole government anyway. Republican, Democrat, it don't make no difference which side it's on. But it's the fact that on the Democrat side, that balances Zionism and homosexuals, and we're gonna have our first homosexual vice president. What do you think about that, man? I'll take it out there. Thanks, man. Have a good one.
You do the same. All right. A lot of that call was just nonsense. But okay, it's not. If you're voting for Trump, then you're voting for Trump. Don't be ashamed to say it. You just voting for Trump. It's pretty clear. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not voting for Kamala Harris yet. I'm not voting for Kamala Harris yet. I'm still bothered by Donald Trump, and I'm voting against Donald Trump because, and this was something else that I kind of wanted to discuss, but I'm voting against Donald Trump because I think he's a threat to democracy. Now let me deal with what I perceive as kind of some nonsense. It's a difference of opinion, but I think it's a nonsensical difference of opinion that people are trying to spin, and it doesn't make sense. Joe Biden stepping down and Kamala Harris getting the nomination is not doing away with democracy. It's not doing away with democracy in any way, shape, or form. To me, that's a ridiculous notion. It's a ridiculous notion. If Donald Trump decided to get out of the race right now, how is that the Republicans doing away with democracy? Guaranteed, the same people saying that that's doing away with democracy. The Democrats are getting rid of your democracy right now and you ain't saying nothing. Guarantee they wouldn't be saying that. Guarantee. They wouldn't be saying that. They'd be saying, if that man decided, for whatever reason, that he didn't want to run, or if the people decided to push him out, even after he's officially got the nomination, if they released a video, well, I'm going to say hypothetically, because this actually wouldn't happen. But if they released a video, Donald Trump sexually assaulting a woman, calling a black person the N-word, calling Jewish people the K-word, all that kind of stuff, and the Republicans, first, I think the Republicans would still support him. But let's just say, for the sake of hypothetically speaking, the Republicans said, whoa, that is some damaging stuff. We can't, I know we've nominated this guy officially at the convention. I know we've nominated this guy, but we got to pressure him out of the race. And they began to say, Republicans began to say, we will not vote for him. We'll vote for Kamala Harris over Donald Trump. And then Donald Trump decided, you know what, I've lost my support. I'm going to drop out of the race. I'm disgraced, and I'm dropping out of the race. Those same people right now screaming about how they take your democracy and you won't say nothing about it wouldn't be saying they took your democracy. They would be saying that party pressured that candidate to drop out. They didn't make him. They didn't hold a gun to his head, none of that kind of stuff. But they pressured him to drop out, and he's got a right to drop out. And I guess then J.D. Vance would be the nominee, possibly. But they wouldn't be talking about they took your democracy. They wouldn't. So the idea here is Joe Biden should have been forced to continue to campaign for president and be the nominee. Even if he decided he wanted to drop out, they should force him to do it. Is that the idea? Joe Biden can't change his mind. Hold on. The Democrats don't have a right to look at their candidates and say, bro, we don't want you. Bro, we don't want you. I think it all should have been done behind the scenes. But they don't have a right to look at their candidate and say, bro, we don't want you. And then him decide, okay, y'all don't want me, I'm going to step out. That's doing away with democracy? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Is it the way you want things to be? No. That's not doing away with democracy. Because guess what? Kamala Harris is about to run. She can lose. Because you can vote against her. See, that's democracy. That's democracy. You can put in Trump. She loses. So now you don't have democracy? Of course you do. Of course you do. Hold on, you know there was a few Republicans who were running to be the president, right? Well, a lot of them dropped out. Is that them doing away with your democracy? Candidates drop out all the time. And guess what? There were primaries held, and they won delegates. But they dropped out, even after they won delegates. Is that doing away with your democracy? This is the Republicans. Y'all didn't know that they had a Republican primary and that some people voted for other Republicans and then they dropped out and those delegates will end up going for Trump? They pledged those delegates to Donald Trump. He's the nominee. After all those people who got votes and delegates dropped out. It's the process. When you got a group of people and you saying, as a group, we are going to nominate someone to run for this office. Who are you to tell me who to nominate? These are the people running. This is the person winning. We don't like you no more. You did bad. We want you out. All right, I drop out. You're taking our democracy. That's ridiculous. Ain't nobody saying nothing about it. What is there to say? Hold on. I think that should have been done behind the scenes. something happened with my stream. I think that should have been done behind the scenes. But it happened and he's out. Now y'all just mad. Y'all gotta try to come up with something. Cause for whatever reason y'all think this has ignited the base, which it seems to have, but you never know. It's 3 days in. It seems to have ignited the base, and there's a chance that she could win. So y'all trying to come up with something. So y'all throwing all kind of stuff against the wall to see what sticks. Y'all ain't talking about that. Because it's ridiculous. That's why. And I can tell you right now, if Donald Trump, even again after officially getting the nomination, if Donald Trump drops out of the race, I'm not going to be like, they taking our democracy. I'm going to be like, vote against J.D. Vance. But again, these are the same people who have all this outrage when Democrats do something, and then when Republicans do the exact same thing, they're silent. They actually blame the Democrats for their silence. Yeah, I'm back on the whole, if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black. There were people who I heard throwing a hissy fit. And when a Republican said, if you don't vote for Donald Trump, you ain't black, it's the Democrats' fault that those people who threw a hissy fit didn't say a word about that. It was your fault. You could have said, that's bad. He shouldn't have said that. That was disrespectful. I don't know a single black person. I'm not saying they don't exist. I don't know a single black person who wasn't offended when Joe Biden said that and who didn't express some level of offense. I know black people think it's all right. It's not. Nobody said that. Well, nobody that I know personally said it. But y'all was throwing fits. Like a straight up hissy fit. Republican did the same thing. Well, I had to check into that. Okay, did you check into it? No, I had to check into that. All right, did you check into it? Okay, he said it, but what about Joe Biden? He said it some years ago. Joe Biden was wrong, right? You said he was wrong. You said it was horrible. What about the Republican who said it? Well, I think they call that hypocrisy. No matter how you try to spin the hypocrisy, it's still hypocrisy. Just say it was wrong. Joe shouldn't have said it 4 years ago, and James shouldn't have said it a week ago. They were both wrong. How hard is that? How hard is that? Y'all won't say that, though. Y'all won't say that. I don't understand. There's just certain stuff that I don't understand. I don't know. Everybody's an independent, though, now. Everybody's an independent. I'm an independent. You're an independent. I'm an independent, and I lean, what would that be, left? But I'm an actual independent. Like, when Democrats do stuff wrong, I say that's wrong. When Republicans do stuff wrong, I say that's wrong. This stuff is But nobody's a Democrat. Nobody's a Republican. And it's funny to me that people won't even admit nowadays. People won't even admit nowadays where they sit. Ron says, I'm a registered independent and I voted for both. So I have loyalties to myself, not to a party. That's a lie. The part of the lie is that you don't have loyalty to a party. Because you do. You do. Ron, was the Republican wrong? Because you were supposed to be, you were one of the ones who was, oh, I'm going to check into it and I'm going to get back with you and I'm going to let you know if it was wrong that the guy said that. Well, I had to hear the context that he said it. Well, it matter how he said it. Who was he looking at when he said it? Well, what color tie was he wearing when he said it? That all matters, and whether or not he was wrong to say it. It's either wrong to say it or it's not. But I'm not sure that your allegiance to that party will allow you to say that somebody did something that was wrong. And I keep telling y'all, that's my biggest thing is I don't care who you vote for. I can respect that we view things through different prisms and, you bring your experiences and I bring my experiences and, I have my lifestyle and you have your lifestyle and I have my interests and you have your interests and this candidate might serve your interests today. And so that's who you're going to vote for today. I respect that. I really do. I respect that. Stop trying to trick me. I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I haven't made a decision. I don't like either one of them. I'm not. Stop it. I'm not sitting up here because I try to conduct myself in such a way where, I try to have some integrity. So I'm not sitting up here pretending that I don't know who I'm going to vote for. So you can take what I'm saying and you can say, okay, I need to view it through the lens of this is a guy who's voting against Donald Trump. So you can take with a grain of salt or you can, however. But at least I'm being an honest broker when I share my thoughts and the prism through which they're coming. I'm an independent. I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't even know how I'm gonna vote. I might not even vote. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I don't know, but the Democrats are horrible. Nobody should vote Democrat, especially not black people. Democrats don't like black people. Democrats hate black people. Democrats this, Democrats that. You're not being honest. I just want people to kind of be honest. Just kind of be honest about it. Emanuel, did you used to vote for Charlie Winburn? Jack wants to know. I voted for Charlie Winburn, yes. Just a question. I just answered the question. Again, just for me, just be honest about it, man. And not like, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. But, I I can't say that I support Donald Trump. I'm an independent. I'm voting for Donald Trump, and everything Donald Trump does bad. Democrats are horrible. Why would anybody vote Democrat? I voted Democrat my whole life, and I'm never going to vote Democrat, and Democrats this, and Lyndon Johnson said this, and all that kind of stuff. Jack says, because Lincoln told you to. No. Lincoln has never told me who to vote for. Actually, the truth of the matter is, there's a really good chance that if Lincoln is hardcore supporting a candidate, I look at them weird. I look at that candidate and I really then give them the once over and say, is this somebody that I can support? Because I don't trust Lincoln's judgment or his instincts. So, no, trust me, I would never vote for somebody because Lincoln said to. I know some people do. But I wouldn't. For real, even if I support a candidate, and then Lincoln like, yeah, I support that candidate, and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't support that candidate. Let me look into this a little more. There might be something wrong with that candidate. Because he has bad instincts. He has a personal agenda most times. And sometimes, his personal agenda works in favor of whatever else is going on. But a lot of times it don't. But I don't listen to anybody just because they say vote for this guy and then I vote for that guy. But believe it or not, there are people who do that. And I'm telling you right now, do not vote for anybody because I said so. If you're going to vote for somebody because I said so, don't vote. Nobody ever says that. If you're going to vote for somebody, well, why are you voting for that person? Emanuel said they the best candidate. Just walk away. Walk away. Don't even vote. Because I'm not trying to tell you who to vote for. I'm just trying to give you something to think about as you decide who you're going to vote for. That's it. I think I've only endorsed one candidate in my life. And when I say endorsed, I mean like legitimately, I think I did a commercial for somebody. Jack says, you just tell people who not to vote for. I don't even do that. I tell people who I'm not going to vote for. I tell people who I'm not going to vote for. And I typically tell them why. And then you can do what you want to do with that. You say, okay, that makes sense. Or, I don't think that makes sense. C. Bree says, wasn't your brother a candidate? I didn't endorse him. I didn't do a full-fledged commercial endorsement of him. I supported him. He never asked me to do an endorsement of him. One candidate has come to me and said, I want your endorsement. Will you endorse me? And we had some long conversations, and I said, yes, I will endorse you. You can put my name down in your literature as endorsed by. It's only happened once. Now, I support candidates, sure. And again, I will tell you, I will vote for this person. I'll wear their shirts and whatever. But an actual official endorsement, I've only done once. I don't think that swayed a single voter. I don't think that swayed a single voter, but they asked me to do it, and I supported the candidate, so I did it. That's, to me, that's the value of an endorsement. The value of an endorsement is this. This person or this group of people have looked at this person and said, we think that person is a good representative of our values or our interests or whatever the case may be. And then you can look at whoever that group is and you can say, maybe that group has my best interest at heart. And if they're endorsing this candidate, let me look into this, because that's the way it should work. If they're endorsing this candidate, let me look into this candidate and see if that's somebody that I also can endorse. Not just, well, they endorsed them, so I'm voting for them. No, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. Not in my opinion. The NAACP endorses Kamala Harris. Well, if the NAACP endorsed her, I'm voting for her. No, if the NAACP endorsed her, then they feel like she's going to best align with their issues and interests. So let me see what they saw. And then see if that makes me vote for her. That's all in my opinion, all it's supposed to do is make you give that person a chance. And by give them a chance means I'm going to look into them and see if that's somebody that I can also support. That's it. It's not supposed to, my union endorsed them, so I'm going to vote for them. That's not, no. I'm all for people looking at candidates and thinking about it and doing whatever it is that works for them. Nat says so many vote against their own interests because of ignorance and racism. Very true. Very true. Jack says, if you can't choose a candidate, it really doesn't matter. You vote for somebody else's interest. I'm not sure. You can only choose between the people who are running. I guess you technically could write somebody in. But you can only choose between the people who are running. Y'all remember Gary Hart? And they found out that he had that affair with that lady. I remember the picture of them on the boat. And he was a front runner. And then he dropped out. That's not democracy. It's democracy. The man dropped out. What's the other dude who wife? He had the robust wife, and she had some sort of a health issue, and then they found out that he was having John Edwards. Thank you. John Edwards. And then he dropped out. Oh, they took democracy from us. No, he dropped out. And it's funny to me, like, they really acting like they got something. Like, ooh, we got them. Ooh, we got them. Threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy. I think if Kamala loses, she gonna accept it. She lost, and that's gonna be that. She might challenge, here and there, within the scope of the law. But I doubt that she gonna call all of the black fraternities and sorority to go rush the Capitol, bash in the windows, climb in, and try to overthrow the government. I doubt it. I can't say with 100% certainty that she won't, but that would be a sight. All them bitches up there in pink and green, ski-weeing. They say that, don't they? As they bust in the windows. That would be horrible. That would be horrible. And they would get mowed down. They would mow down. They wouldn't be walking around the Capitol, backing away from them. They would have some high-powered machinery, and they would be in there, and they would mow them all down. It would just be pink, green, and red all over the place. All right, y'all, I got to get out of here. I'm going to watch that video. Not looking forward to it. I'm going to watch that video. Oh, and I got to do a couple shirts today. I'm doing this nice little Stevie Wonder shirt. Because, you know, not too long ago, there's been a lot of people claiming to be the king of R&B. I'm of the mindset that there is one king of R&B. His name is Stevie Wonder. And until Stevie Wonder is no longer with us, he is the real king of R&B. No question about it. So I'm putting together me a nice little Stevie Wonder, the real king of R&B shirt. I got it all designed. I got the screens made. I just got to put it on the thing and ink it up. You can't forget about R. Kelly. Also, R. Kelly is not the king of R&B. Bobby Brown is not the king of R&B. Stevie Wonder, until the day that man die, he is the king of R&B. Brian says that's an opinion. It's the correct opinion. The switcheroo knocked the maggots out their socks. I can see them scrambling around as we speak. Yes, they are. They are. And they're coming up with all kind of harebrained theories and things to say to throw water on the fire that right now is the Kamala Harris nomination. Dante say Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown is not the king of R&B. Steve, I mean, think about it, for real. In the past 50 years, who's been more influential to R&B than Stevie Wonder? Who's been more influential than Stevie Wonder in the past 50 years? Probably 70% of the people out here singing, and not just R&B, but just singing, period, trying to emulate Stevie Wonder. Marvin Gaye has not been more influential in R&B than Stevie Wonder. Michael Jackson was not more influential in R&B than Stevie Wonder. Maybe in pop, but in R&B, no. And if you think about it, Michael Jackson took some vocal influences from Stevie Wonder. I can play a couple of songs before Michael was recording his stuff, old school Stevie Wonder stuff, and you can hear Stevie Wonder do things vocally that then you listen 10 years later, Michael Jackson trying to do the same stuff. I'm telling you, I don't think anyone has been more, in the past 50 years, more influential in R&B than Stevie Wonder. Prince is more in that kind of pop rock thing. R&B. Ron Omega says R. Kelly. Didn't R. Kelly remake a Stevie Wonder song? He was influenced by the king. Ernest says James Brown. I guess you could make an argument for that, but as over the past 50 years, I don't know. I think Stevie's influence is greater on R&B. Even still today, you got people trying to sing like Stevie. You must not listen to much Prince. I love Prince. Absolutely love Prince. I probably listen to every Prince thing out there. I go get deep underground stuff that even wasn't ever released. And when they release all of this stuff from his vault, I'm on it. I listen to Prince. Brian says, you're not playing this fair. Who influenced Stevie? That was before Stevie. That's why I say in the past 50 years. That's why I say the past 50 years. Stevie's the real king of R&B. And until Stevie's gone, which will be a really sad day, but until Stevie's gone, nobody else is the king of R&B. And when Stevie gone, then all those other people can try to lay claim to the throne. Brian says, so who influenced him? I don't know who influenced Stevie Wonder. I hear him tell it he had a lot of influences. But I'm not sure. His mama. His mama influenced him. But yeah, that's it. The show is over. The show is over. Earth, Wind, and Fire, they're not the king of R&B. I mean, these are all great groups and artists and all of that kind of stuff. Brian says, come on, you're a historian, take it back. Over the last 50 years. Because if his influences are dead, they can't be the king anymore, right? Michael Jackson can't claim now that he's the king of pop. He's dead. You're not still the king once you're dead. Prince can't claim to be the king of R&B or pop or rock because he's dead. Jack says, I've never heard anyone drive by banging Stevie Wonder. That's because you probably have. You probably have. You're just saying that to say something. I hear people still playing Stevie Wonder all the time. Black, white, Asian, Samoan. I got a special place in my heart for the Samoan people. Everybody loves Stevie Wonder because, you know, he's Stevie Wonder. Elvis is the king of R&B. I think not. Plus, he's dead. So if they're dead, stop mentioning them. Stop mentioning them if they're dead. They're not the king. Daryl says he be banging Stevie in his car. That was just a silly comment. He just be wanting to be opposed to me. That's it. All right, y'all. I had to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I want everybody to have a wonderful rest of your day. As always, as you are out, he said no, did he? Oh, he's not banging Stevie Wonder in his car in that way. Okay, that was funny. As you are out and about, as always, I won't be here tomorrow. I didn't find out until probably about an hour before I left work. I'll be in Detroit tomorrow. We got to go back up to Detroit and do some more stuff. So I'll be in Detroit tomorrow. So I won't be here tomorrow. I just found that out. And so I'm letting y'all know. And I know there are going to be people who are going to say, well, I didn't know. What happened to you? I'll try to remember, if I'm not too busy, I'll try to remember to post it on my page at around 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock-ish, that I won't be in tomorrow. But, yeah, we'll be in Detroit again tomorrow, working on this documentary. I kind of like this. I kind of like this whole documentary thing. All of the research and all of the location filming and interviews and all of that kind of stuff. I kind of like it. I don't think I'll turn into a documentary producer or anything like that. I guess technically I'm a documentary co-producer right now. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. Because you think you know stuff about a subject or a person or whatever, and then you're doing research and you find out something and you're like, whoa, I had no idea about that. And then you got to follow that up. And then somebody says something and you're like, oh, I didn't know that. And they're like, look into it. And you look into it and you're like, we got to go. We got to do another piece. Like, this adds another layer to the documentary. So I'm kind of digging it. But I won't be here tomorrow. All of that to say, I won't be here tomorrow. So enjoy yourself. Enjoy your day. Look like it's raining, even though I don't hear rain falling off the retaining wall. But looking outside, it looks cloudy and rainy. But either way it go, if you're out and about, or if you just call somebody, do me a favor. Be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.